and stop adding everything that I am thinking. So that's it.
So we're going to talk about that today. I want to talk about that with you because I know you had posted something in the Facebook group and I saw it. And sometimes when you guys ask me questions, it's not that I haven't seen it. I typically see everything that you post. Sometimes it requires more than a Facebook response. And so I'm like, okay, I need to just say, hey, let's talk about this because you posted something and I was like, okay, this is good, but I need to get on a phone call with her
I
because
deleted it.
I
I deleted
so
it.
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how to stay focused, especially for you, Mika. And I think that's where you are going to need to really hone in on your goals. What are my goals? What did I commit to? And then staying true to that, irrespective of everything else. So
Yeah.
if other things come up, you're like, that's great. Let's write that down. Put a pin in that. Let's look at that for 2024 or, even thereafter. But right now, I got to finish this, right? And I think that's where you start seeing the possibilities, and I love that as a visionary, the possibilities are endless. And so don't stop dreaming, okay? And don't guilt yourself because you have a vision, right? Don't guilt yourself because you can see, like, oh, I could do this and I could do this, and you can, okay? You can. There's nothing wrong with you for having great vision. Just when you when you have those ideas and thoughts, write them down in like either a journal or electronically on your notes section of your phone or somewhere where it's for safekeeping where you can go back and look at that stuff and then prioritize it to say, not right now. This is a great idea. I would love to touch this, but I'm still working on 1, 2, and 3, and those pieces aren't done yet, right? So
Yes.
you want to make sure that you're sure that you're sure that you can focus because it takes all the energy we have just to push the needle forward.
Mhm.
So you can, the more that you diversify your focus, you're not going to get as much done as you could. You can get some things done because you're still talented, and clearly with managing a household of four, or three now, um,
We're on and off.
four on and off, four sometimes, right? Shout out to all the mamas with the college students. You almost there. So anyway, so thank you for sharing that though. So let's go ahead and Jada is still probably getting her footing. I don't know. That wasn't a pun either. Um, but Tamara, do you have space to come off mute and share what's going on with you?
Uh, yeah, by the way, that was funny. Um, so, so my glows. Well, a couple of glows.
Oh no, okay, there she's coming back in. You know, Wi-Fi has been giving me the flux recently. I don't know what it is. Everybody's off because of the holiday season. I don't know what's going on, but Wi-Fi has not been my friend recently. I got to figure some things on out. Tamara, can you hear us now? You were going in and out. I don't know if you are aware. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Oh man. Um, I'm gonna put it in the chat that we can't hear you. Hi, because I don't know if you're
oh,
okay.
yes.
You're
I
coming
mean,
back in. We couldn't hear you this whole time. I don't know if you know that.
accidentally hit mute.
Okay, there we go. Okay, well that'll see. I'm blaming Wi-Fi, and then the shoe cut out again. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll continue on. Jada, do you want to go, and then maybe Tamara can get a little bit more stable.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. So some glows was I also did the social media challenge. And I did do an offer, and it did kind of seem like when I did a cute little offer, like a little 20% off, I did get a couple of bookings. So praise God for that. That was amazing.
Hey, come
Mhm.
on, come
It's,
on.
especially because we was dry last month. We was dry. So
Oh,
it was like, I know. But I also think that's a trend because last November we were dry too. So it was like, okay, well, maybe it's just November. I don't know. something to note. The growth part is, I've kind of entered into this space where I've been so busy lately that my biggest fears are starting to kind of show up, like that I'm be so busy, or like that my fears that I'm just going to start losing interest in what I'm doing.
Mm.
Because I do that. Like I have done that in the past. I'll say I do that, but I've done that in the past. Like I'll have a period of time where I'm hyper focused on something. I'm super excited about it, and then after a while, it's like, yeah, I'll eventually get back to doing that, and then I never do. And that was always something I was afraid of with my business. Like it was like, I don't want that to be this. And recently, it's kind of like I've been in a position where I can't really afford to not do what I'm doing. That's causing me to be so busy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I feel like my business is suffering because of it though. So it's just like, I don't know. I've just been kind of like a little bit on edge about it, but it does kind of feel like, man, I do not have time to post no video. I don't have time to do none of this. Like, I'm just like, I don't have time to, like, I'm just like, I don't have time to do none of this that I'm doing, but I want to and I need to. So it's just, that's been a growing point. It's just regaining my footing with like adjusting to a completely new schedule, and a schedule that's a little bit more demanding than it was.
So what do you think you could do to create or carve out? Because I think that that's everybody's similar gripe, or the pain points of social media, is that we know that we need it. We know that it is a necessary element of our marketing plan. It's not the only element of your marketing plan. And if it is, I want to emphasize over and over and over again, I think I've said this several times over now, but it's about diversification. And so if social media is the only element of your marketing plan, then you need to create a better marketing plan. And so, but as it relates to social media, I think that having those pain points of how do I carve out time to even create content, how do I make space for that? So anybody can come off mute and share what your ideas are. How do you work around that? So Jada expressed a pain point that I feel like we all celebrate in, or all can identify with. So when you're feeling like I don't have time for this, or, I don't feel like I want to do this, what do you think how do you get around that? What are some tangible ways to get around that? I'll kick it off by saying this. I think that you should create a schedule, especially because you're so busy. I think that you should create a schedule and block out time to say, okay, Sundays at 3:00 from 3 to 5 are my content days. And I build out content on Sundays from 3 to 5, and I batch out content for the rest of the week. And then I can schedule that, and post it, or have it just auto post to my accounts. That's one way to get around it. So, and if you do that every week, you're good, right? What else might you guys recommend?
Well, just to clarify, it's not just social media, it's anything to do with my business.
Got it.
Like,
Okay.
when you're saying like diversify, I'm like, when? Like, I'm like, when am I I started my website, when am I gonna finish it? I started this, I don't even know when that's gonna happen. And that's kind of the space I'm entering into.
Got it. So I think when you get into that space, you have to ask yourself, what are the priorities? You have to start asking yourself, what are my priorities at this point? And if business is not one of them, then hey, you're the driver in your car, right? You get to decide where your vehicle goes. And so when you put on your entrepreneur hat, you get to decide, is this important to me right now? And if the answer is no, then cool. You can say, well, right now I'm not going to be doing that, or I'm only going to be doing this, or I don't have time for that. And honestly, things will ebb and flow through the course of your business. Not every moment of your cycle of life is going to be on and popping, right? You're going to have some seasons where only you know that your website isn't done, it's not finished. No one else knows that. It doesn't really impact your business, so to speak, as of today. So it's just on your to-do list. That's okay, right? So you get to give yourself some grace in that, to say, I'm not done with my website. That's probably not going to be a project that I finish in December. Maybe that's a project that I focus on in January, because some other things have come up, right? But where do you find, and I'm going to ask you this, Jada, to come off mute, where do you find your inspiration or motivation at this point? Like, what keeps you anchored? Why are you doing this even?
Really because I like it. Like I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. And it's just one of those things where it's like I don't want to lose it. And I think that's what it is. It's like I'm doing this because it's like I know I love doing this. I know I
Mhm.
love making money doing it. And yeah, that's it. I love what I do. Honestly, that's it.
Awesome. So you love what you do. One of the things that I think is helpful because loving what we do, I think ultimately for all of us that have businesses and have these ideas that we're passionate about, we do love them, right? But sometimes that love can wax and wane. And sometimes you get a little tired, sometimes you get a little overwhelmed, sometimes you just don't feel like it, despite the fact that you love it. And so for Jada, I would love to hear you, find or dig deeper beyond the love that you have for it, as to how you can attach it to something that's anchors the meaning behind what you're doing. Because if when you start to understand that what you do is saving lives, when you start to understand that what you do impacts households, that people can walk taller because of the services that you provide, you are able to change somebody's vision of how they perceive themselves in the mirror because of the work that you're doing. When you start to really see the impact of, man, what I'm doing matters. It's not just something that I love, but it's like I'm helping to change the world out here. Then that can anchor you. And so the reality is, Jada, is that somebody with low self-esteem that is sitting in their bedroom right now, maybe, or went to a store and sat in the dressing room and cried their eyes out, needs you to help them to see beyond something that they feel like is impossible to get over. And they're waiting on you. And when you start to anchor into that mindset, sometimes for me at least, that fuels me a little differently. Like, nope, I got to keep going because I saw the breakthroughs that happened as a result of what I was doing. So it's time for me to get back up. And that's when you shift from just business owner to kingdom mindset. Like you're here, the work that the gifts that God gave you you're gifted those gifts to serve the people. He gave you a little bit out here to help somebody in need. And that's why you love it so much, is because he gave that to you because he knew, like, Jada, I'm hooked Jada up. This is what she's good at. This is where she likes to operate. But it's not just because you love it. It's because God gave that to you so you can help some people. And when you start to shift that mindset, you really get into action and you get beyond how you feel about it sometimes. And I'm telling you that from experience. Mika, you had some great things you put in the chat. If you could come off mute. Mute button not quite working out. Can you hear me? You're able to come off mute?
I'm sorry. Wait, who are you asking to come off mute? I didn't
You.
hear.
You.
Oh,
You said you had some great things in the chat. Would you be able to?
yes, because I talk to moms, and even I see moms on social media who struggle with their appearance, and it makes them not want to do anything. But when you encourage women to get up and get dressed and look cute, they feel good,
Mhm.
and then they are more confident to do the things that they need to do. Just like when you get up in the morning and you transition from bedhead to on and popping, you feel that.
Mhm.
And so if you can encourage and help women get out of that funk, that's God. That's all his glory. You got the keys to get them up off that bed and in their glow to go out and do what they need to do. And I think that that's a gift to have, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Tamara,
Praise
did you
God.
have anything? Or Jada, go for it, please. I don't know if there's a lag, but Jada, I think you were coming off mute to say something. If you, we gotta love this technology. I don't know. Oh,
Sorry, I was
okay.
just saying praise God.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, Tamara, you had something to share?
Oh, so first I just want to say to Jada, and then I'll go into my closing girls really quickly. I just want to say to Jada, although I don't struggle with it, but I know women who have had mastectomies that did not choose to have reconstruction, or haven't, maybe they even haven't even chosen to with prosthetic. They are struggling with what to wear, how to wear it, and how to look beautiful in it.
Mm,
So women need you. They
hmm
need you. So maybe that, I just wanted to add that to the why, and the God factor in that.
And do you guys see that there are opportunities for intersections with your services? Like I see partnership opportunities where Jada, you could come on as a guest speaker with Mika and you could do a mom makeover session, right? And
Mm,
she could host something for her community and you could do a webinar with her and you guys could pair up and then you could present your packages and then get some of the moms to come on. Then Jada, you could turn around and partner up with Tamara and do something with her community for all of, in breast cancer awareness or, people with that have
yeah.
specifically had mastectomies. You guys can market that, push that out, get a group, present to them, on a webinar, share with them the information, and then encourage them to sign up for a package so that they can learn how to dress themselves according to their particular body type.
Right.
Right. There's a place in every room. So Jada, honestly, I feel like you're thinking too small. And I think you need to consider a wider perspective of what God is really lining you up for. So I pray that this was helpful for you. And I pray that and then one thing that Mika put in the chat that she did not share, I was hoping that she would talk about, is that take some time off sometimes. So
Mhm.
it's okay to take a day or two and just be like, you know what? Today I'm not going to do anything. I know that I have a million and one things to do, but today we're going to rest. Today we're going to
Can,
chill.
can you answer
Today,
Matt Meany? This is Matt Meany.
today we're just going to relax. Like we're not going to do anything else. We're just going to relax. Okay. And so if you feel like you're burned out, if you feel like you don't have the juice, take a few days off, then get back to it. Right. But I don't know if you know, but that calling is up and it's stuck. You can't leave this one. I don't know who told you otherwise, but I don't see you leaving this anytime soon. So all right. Well, let's with the few minutes that we have left, I know that life is busy for all of us, but I would love to hear more about what is your idea for your digital product? And I just want to reiterate some of the criteria that we had talked about
And
before.
stop adding.
We want to make sure that this criteria for your digital product is that your criteria is something that you already have. I know that Jada had put in the chat before in our group, our Facebook group, about how she had an idea for some t-shirts. And I'm not knocking that. Write that down, capture that, put that up. But I'm saying because we want to get momentum going, and as you've already identified, it's hard to finish products, right? It's hard to finish tasks. So I don't want you to just start something from scratch and get discouraged and not finish it, right? I'm trying to get us to finish something that we start. And so with that, the goal is to try to make it easier for you by having you to choose something that you already have. It's like, remember how I gave the example? You're regifting something. You got to go to a party. You didn't get a chance to pick up a gift, right? You're at the house and you're scrambling and you're like, oh, shoot, I got something that I can regift and repurpose back to, the person I'm going to their party, right? It's the same thing. What can you repurpose that you already have to produce as a digital product? Not nothing new, What do you already have? So I want to go around and have everybody identify what is your digital product, what platform do you want to use, and when do you, and then we can talk about what next steps are concerning that based on what you share. So quickly, I need everybody to just tell me what digital product you have, what platform you plan to use it on, and if you don't know these, then let's talk through it briefly, okay? But it's okay, but I need everybody to chime in.
Okay, so I wanted to do the I called it the Peace Blueprint Bundle.
Okay.
So it was three, I have like some videos. It's one with balance, one with organization, and one with boundaries.
Yes.
And I wanted to put that all together in one place where they could go on there and watch those three. They're like 15 to 20-minute videos. They're not even long.
Perfect. Perfect.
Um, and then add that into another, like into a bundle, so that they can have like templates, workbook, and something else to go along with those three things,
If they
and then
want to
that's it.
upgrade. If they want to upgrade. So
Okay.
they can just get the videos if they want the videos. If they want to do an upgrade, you can upsell them and they can get the full on package with the templates and the handouts. Perfect.
Yes, that sounds great. Yep.
That sounds
And I was looking at
amazing.
lead pages. I think I'm gonna go with lead pages.
Lead pages is the bomb. I love it. I love lead pages. Yep. Okay, I love it. Come on, let's get it. So that sounds good. So she knows her product. She's bundling. This is a great example. Mika's doing a really great job. So she knows her product. She's bundling that product based on some pre-existing videos that she already has in her arsenal, right? She's repurposing that, and then she's putting some templates and some handouts and a few little things, and then has an upsell, which is key. You want to have an upsell option. We'll talk about that. And she already knows what software that she wants to use, right? She's going to use lead pages. So then, Mika, what your next steps are is I want you to map out your pricing structure. If you don't already know what that is, map out your pricing. And then I want you to start getting to work on building out your lead page, you know, your page so that people can purchase from you. Okay. So start building that out. We want to have in the next 2 weeks, we want to have this digital product up and popping, right? So the beginning of January is usually for majority of the United States, right? 2024, the beginning of January, a new calendar year, is a time where most people are looking for renewal. They're looking for a restart. They're looking for resets. They're looking for opportunities to grow. They're looking for opportunities to meet their goals. They're setting new goals for the year. They're charged up. Who of you are going to be ready to offer them up something to say, hey, I have something for you? You know all that content I've been posting? You've been seeing me. I've been visual to you. Here's something that you can have if you want to work with me. Okay. So continue to post, continue to stay in people's face and remind them who you are. And then now you get to offer them something to purchase from you. Yes, let's go. Revenue goals in 2024. Okay, Tamara and Jada, real quick, just tell me what you got going on. What's popping in these streets?
So, a couple of things. My video course is going to be how can cannabis and lifestyle help you live well through cancer treatment. It's going to be an hour long.
Say that again.
And
Can you say it slower? Take a deep breath. Say it slower.
That's what I thought you wanted me to speed it up.
Say it slower.
So the digital course, the title somewhere along the lines, how will be about how can cannabis and lifestyle help you live well through cancer treatment.
Okay.
And then I'm going to it's going to be steps to get started.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be an hour long. And I am going to use some PowerPoint. And then at the end, I'm going to let them know how they can reach out to me for help.
Okay.
And the other thing is that I really would like to, because I really prefer doing this like in person. So I also want to create the same thing, but for in person.
Okay.
Along the same lines where I would have to condense it to about 45 minutes of a presentation, leaving
Mm-hmm.
about 10 to 15 minutes for question and answer, and
Mm-hmm.
giving them information on how they can reach out to me for help.
Nice.
Uh, uh, so I looked at Teachable, but there was one I thought that Mika mentioned.
Gumroad.
Thank you.
Gumroad. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm writing it down.
Okay, so
Okay.
take a look into your software options, and then this week I want you to start building out. Just start playing around with that software to build out your platform for how you're gonna have it, how you're gonna set it up so that people can download what you have. So if that means that you need to record your video because you didn't have a video to automatically download, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But just go ahead and start working on recording your video this week so you have your product created. You have your product that you're ready to, put embed into your sales page on your
Okay.
software option. Okay. So you
Okay.
were looking at Teachable or Gumroad. So you make a decision on which one. You're
Okay.
gonna record your content. What I would like to say is one thing that stuck out for me is your title is too wordy. So you have to
Okay.
figure out a way to make it more palatable. You need it to be catchy. You need it to like sink in. So think about how you can cut that down and say what you need to say. It's too long, it's too wordy.
Okay.
So because this is about marketing, so you got to make it, you have to figure out how to market it so that people can catch on real quick. And it's like,
Okay.
I remember that, so 3 or 4 words I would say if possible. Because Mika,
Okay.
tell us what your name of your bundle is again.
The blueprint to household peace.
You see how that was like, okay, I'm clear on what it is. It's pretty succinct. It's
Mm-hmm.
straight to the point. I need you to rework that wording a little bit more. So think on that, pray on that, see what else you come up with, post it in the Facebook group. Okay. But make sure you figure out what software you want, start working on recording your content after you confirm your title, and then get to, make sure that you don't have too much on each PowerPoint slide. Remember, little words go a long way. It should be bigger
Mm-hmm.
font. So you don't want to see essays on each slide. You want to make sure you have a lot of pictures, keep it engaging, keep the energy high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of those facilitating pieces when you're doing an hour long worth of content, because people's attention spans are short. Even on this call, y'all be like, wait, who you say? Who we talking to? Right? It's 5 minutes in, you lost it, right? So an hour in, you want to make sure that you're keeping people engaged. So write out your outline, figure out ways that you can keep people to put stuff in the chat or to write down or take a pause or have a video play. Like make sure that you're keeping people's attention going, right? As a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
you have to think about those things
Mm-hmm.
because people's attention spans are very, very short. So I think the hour-long content is great, but the more engaging that you can have it, the better results you're going to have with that content. An
Okay.
assessment or a quiz. I love that. At the end, or throughout, like, okay, we're going to take a break. Let's do, multiple choice on the screen, have a question to say, okay, we just went over this. What is the answer? Allow people to, give them a few minutes, show the answer, and then get back to your second part, right? And then make sure that when you're doing the presentation, you start off with what are the objectives or the goals for this session.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we're going to learn today. You're going to learn this. You're going to learn that. You're going to learn this. You should walk away with this, right? Make it very clear from start to finish why they're there, what they're after, and keep it high energy and engaging, right? Make sure you have good lighting. Make sure you have good lighting. Make sure that you're not at an angle like now where you're looking looking up, up you, like you're at good eye level, you have good lighting, and you have the energy. So you have to record it at a time where you have all the energy because they're going to need to feed off of you. But you got this. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it. Okay, Jada, let's go. What you got?
I'm going to be very honest with you.
You ain't got nothing.
I don't have anything.
Okay, let's talk.
All right. So I do like the idea of what we talked about the ebook. I love that. And I'd love to develop one. Honestly,
but again, remember, Jada, what did I say?
What?
What did I say?
What do I already have?
Yep.
Well, that's an overwhelming question, to be honest with you, because in the grand scheme of things, these aren't even my theories. So I really don't have anything. And that's how I feel.
That's not true though.
I know, but I know that and I don't know that because I'm like, is this even my stuff? Like, I'm like, this is really just me relaying a message. And so I'm like, how am I going to make money off of that without getting sued at some point? Like, it's just like and so really when came to the digital downloads, I'm not gonna lie, I avoided it a little bit too. It was like, I'm kind of glad I don't have time because this is overwhelming.
Okay.
And that's the
So,
just raw truth.
and that's fair. That's honest, and that's real. So that is also pointing to, as a coach, that we have some emotional things that we need to look at, because you have some blocks where you're not believing that it's possible. You're avoidant because it feels, you get overwhelmed and then you avoid it, right? And no matter what the circumstance is, no matter what the thing is that you're avoiding in your business, that's going to continue to come up for you as an entrepreneur until you begin to address that. So I would say it's time to take a look at, why do I keep getting to this space where I get blocked and I get overwhelmed and I avoid it. And we can talk about that offline, but that would be a good place to look, because if you don't address that, and this is where, a part of my coaching strategy is, you are your business. And so, and these are some of the blocks that can stand in the way from us propelling forward, because people are already buying what you have. People are locked in. You have 10,000 followers on TikTok plus, right? So you have a lot of evidence that shows that there's a need for what you're doing. There's a way to do it. There's a way to speak on. People talk about modalities all the time and put their spin on it and charge people for it. That's psychology, that's medicine, right? That's all fields, right? Childhood development. Some of these concepts people didn't come up with for the first time, but they expounded on it, wrote a book about it, gave people credit, and they make money off of it. It's a simple copy and paste play that everybody's doing in terms of utilizing different theories or concepts and building on it to cater to your audience. That's all you're doing. So I want you to, so you said an ebook was an option, but I asked you what you have. And so I'm asking you again, what do you currently have? I'm not asking you to figure out the legalities of it. I'm just asking you, what is in your hand?
Hold on 1 second. I'm walking into the office.
Okay. So for the sake of time, because are you there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. When you ask me what do I have, I have coaching calls. I have packages. I've got style guides.
You have a style guide. Okay. That's a digital product that you have right now. You also have videos.
Yes, I have videos.
Right. So you have things. And so what I want for you to do is, and I want you to respond to what I just said. Are you clear about what I just shared about in terms of identifying a block where you're saying that you don't have stuff, but you do? Like, why are you telling yourself that you can't do this? And I guess that's more so rhetorical because we don't really have time to unpack that in this moment. But I want you to start asking yourself that. I want you to journal about that. I want you to start figuring out ways, and in a separate conversation, we can work through that a little bit more in detail. But I want you to get clear about why you're blocked in those ways, because that's going to continue to show up. Because I'm telling you, it's always going to be something to figure out. There's always going to be something new to figure out and overcome the hurdle. That's entrepreneurship. We're hurdle jumpers, okay? That's really your profession. You are the wall jumper. You got to jump over all these walls. We're the real live Mario Brothers video game, okay? We're in Mario Kart, we're in the car and we're constantly dodging the bananas, okay? And dodging the turtles that are coming, the fire or whatever is coming our way. We're dodging it. That is entrepreneurship. That is what it is. So don't let this stuff get you down and inactive. And when you feel like that, you have an accountability circle that you can come to say, hey, I'm feeling stuck and why. Don't wait until 2 weeks from now and be like, yeah, I was stuck, so I avoided it and I didn't want to do it. No, you have an accountability circle but you need to tell us where you're at. So I hope that you're feeling at least encouraged to be communicative when you feel stuck, when you reach a block. You have a coach and you have an accountability crew that's gonna be like, this is how you're gonna get around that. Don't stay stuck. Don't look at the wall and be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And you got all these resources. Ma'am, if you don't get up and get above over this wall, we got work to do. She is sitting in the house crying right now because you ain't posted your stuff. So I pause here. Do you have any final thoughts or feedback?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Be encouraged. I kind of even feel like through your nonverbal language, you're not quite sold on it just yet. So I want for you, let's schedule a one-on-one. Let's schedule a follow-up, but I want you to get clear because everybody else sees it. I need for you to see it. And the moment that you can see it, the moment that you can get more active. But in the meantime, I want you to look at how you can bundle up your style guides and have that as a download. It doesn't have to be, again, use your style guides, put them together, give credit where credit is due. You can cite, I got these things from this person. You can put that in your, your footers, right? So give credit to the people, right? But you still get to sell what you've created. These are your documents that you've put together. Give them to the people, okay? Be encouraged. I want you to say this, I got this. No, come on, you got this. Come on, let's do.
I got
Okay,
this.
now I want you to say it one more time like you mean it.
Okay, with my chest.
Say it with your chest. That's right.
I got this.
You got this. You got this. You're good. It's all good. Don't overthink it. Put these style guides. So you go back to Facebook. I put a list in there, I believe, of different software options. So go back and look and see which one you want to use. If you want to start somewhere, Gumroad is a free tool. Gumroad, like chewing gum road.com. Go there, look at that as an option. Ask questions in the group. I'm really excited. So this week, y'all have homework to do. It's time to build out these digital products. I want you to post when you're done with your digital product. And then next week, if we have to jump on another call, we can. But I want to see these products done by the end of December because we have money to earn, okay? We have revenue to gain. So in the meantime, keep posting on your social media, keep posting, because people need to be visible, okay? Give them free content, give them free game. You need to be visible. Keep posting, all right? And I'll see you in the Facebook group soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace in Jesus' name. Be encouraged, y'all. Y'all got this. This is easy peasy. We good. We on and popping. Come on, January. We got this, all right?